What is up, guys? Coach Chad here, the co-owner of the Next Level Coaching Academy. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Feels like this week is just flying by. Got another special, wow, I can't speak today. Got another special guest for you guys today. It's our newest assistant coach, Kayla Diamond, and we're going to be talking about coaching offers. So let's bring Kayla on. Kayla is very timely, already connecting. Here we go. What's up, dude? How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Your hair looks amazing this morning.
Yeah, no, I washed it and everything.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm like, damn, she is prepared for this live.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. Do a quick introduction. Who is Kayla Diamond?
Sure. So I'm assistant coach of the Next Level Coaching Academy. I've also worked with Chad personally for my own business, Evolve Health and Performance. And Evolve Health and Performance is just, it's a platform, it's a company that, we have an assistant coach and looking for more assistant coaches. It's just a platform to be able to help people through life or sport live the best, most potential life that they can, balanced, of course. And then we're never settling, always evolving. It's kind of like our mantra. So, but yeah, no, and we're here and we're super excited. And so huge business growth for us in the last few months. So it's been pretty exciting.
We are here and we are doing it. And yeah, brag about yourself. Come on. What are your business results?
Yeah, so I went full-time in February. I quit my job of in-person training. I absolutely hated it anyway, so it was just more fuel to the fire. But quit that and I was able to focus. I was nervous, but I was able to focus on Evolve full-time. And year to date, we have grossed 100K, over 100K, yeah, in our business. So we're super excited.
Love that. And now you're employing people and funding other people's livings, which is freaking awesome.
It's crazy. I love it. If you would have asked me, a year ago, if I'd be in this position, I would say, yeah, no way. Like, no way. But it's so crazy what's possible. And now I'm mentoring others to do it, which is like so exciting for me because the impact I can have on them, they can have the impact on those other people's lives that they coach. And it's like a never ending impact, which I love.
Yeah, it's a domino effect and it's well deserved. So you've been with us for 2 weeks now, and you said one of the most reoccurring themes in terms of challenges that you've been helping people with is coming up with the offer. So for people that are watching this that have no idea what that even means, what does that mean first off?
So basically what you're offering to your clients as far as a level of service. So what that means, so typically, our offer is everything combined in one. What they're going to get with accountability, what they're going to get with the strategy piece of it, what they're going to get with community. And that's really super important to show the client that what they're investing in, it's a lot of value. There's got to be a lot of value built up in that. And then a lot of struggles, or a lot of people think that we need to have like all these different offers because what if somebody doesn't do my high ticket? I'm just going to build out this program and this course and this and this and this. And the consumer is just going to get so overwhelmed and then just not make any decision. So
absolutely. And that'll be something we talk about today, having multiple offers and when that's appropriate. But for the person who's just starting out, right, they're joining the apprenticeship program in the Next Level Coaching Academy, which is for coaches that are brand new. Where would somebody start when creating their offer?
I would definitely start with as far as like the strategy piece of it, or as far as like the tier, because there's two different ways we could go there.
Go with the tier.
Okay, so the tier. So I think just one tier at like a medium to high offer, because when you're a coach, you're going to you're supplying the client with immense amount of support. So the support has to be high for if it's going to be a higher ticket. I think like a medium to high ticket is suitable. Low ticket offers, we, especially starting out, you want results. And if you're going to do low ticket offers all the time, it's just like these clients might not even get results, and then it's going to be hard for you to share client wins and get build some credibility there. And so then you're kind of stuck in this limbo. But too, you have to also get confident in your sales ability to say, okay, this is the price, this is what this is, and here are the options that you have with this. And then once you start getting comfortable with that number, you can always increase depending on the market.
Yeah, I think it's important talking about tier systems here, right? It's important to only have one offer when you start because you're brand new too, right? And if you're trying to create three different offers, not only are you confused, but that
Mhm.
confusion will be projected onto the prospective client as well.
Yeah.
So the simplicity of it is really the beauty of it and having that one offer. So
Mhm.
let's go down the other rabbit hole.
Okay.
Strategy, your
Yeah.
favorite thing. Where
Yeah.
does somebody start when coming up with like their pillars or their program?
Sure. So, first of all, there needs obviously, let's talk training and nutrition. So, if you're going to do a higher ticket offer, it really needs to have training in nutrition. If that's something that you're confident in doing, which you should be because you're a health and fitness coach. So, you should be pretty confident in your ability to give basic general nutrition advice that would suffice in the general population to get results. So, training in nutrition is huge. The strategy of it, making sure that you have a high quality software to deliver that program, sending Google Sheets, Google documents. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those coaches who do that, but I think for what you're charging, you should be able to deliver that higher quality with Trainerize, for example. Every exercise has a video. People love that. When you say that, people are like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool. I thought it was just going to be, an email sent out. So you're really going beyond their expectations there. So training in nutrition definitely has to be part of it. I would 100% not ever do training only because a lot of people will just be assholes and eat whatever they want and then not get, and then they're left in that, like, why aren't my, people getting results? Well, because they don't have their nutrition in check. And if you're not doing nutrition coaching, you're probably not managing their lifestyle of stress, sleep, hunger, digestion, all the other important things that are it's so much more than nutrition. So I would never do just training only.
Yeah, and I think we talked about deliverables and training here, right? We talked about Trainerize and utilizing that as the platform because once again, it's pretty.
Yeah.
In addition to that, there's videos already built in, so obviously that provides the benefit for the
Yeah.
client as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about nutrition deliverables,
Sure.
right? What does a coach have to provide their client?
So the huge selling point for Evolve is the orientation call before we have the actual before we have them actually execute their plan. So the orientation call is huge because it's a huge value add. We get to really kind of go throughout that client's day, help build a little like a sample meal plan. Of course, it's not just a stock meal plan. I tell my clients, you probably won't refer to this, after the first 2 weeks because you'll be able to do it on your own. But it's nice to have a little bit of structure there because if you just hand somebody, macros, they're like, oh, so I can eat anything. So I thought eating everything was bad. So you have to provide a little bit of structure there too. Creating like handbooks, or I do YouTube videos. I have a YouTube video on like how to track your macros because it took me 15 minutes where creating this huge elaborate PDF take way too long and it's just too much of a headache. So I actually do nutrition video and it took me like 15 minutes to put it on YouTube. Also making sure that you have a good detailed nutrition questionnaire and go over with them on the orientation call because they're going during the 60-minute call, you're not really diving into, how many calories do they think that they need or how many calories are they currently eating. Typically, you don't do a whole lot of coaching there. So that orientation call is super, super important for building that trust. And it's a huge educational moment for the client. And even if you're doing, not doing Zoom calls weekly, you're doing like an email accountability, that email accountability client is still getting that Zoom call. So they're still getting all this information and it's just a huge, huge, huge value add.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what you're alluding to here is the orientation call is the collection of information necessary in order to customize the appropriate plan for the client.
Yeah.
And to recap what you said on deliverables for nutrition, it sounds like you're not living and dying by a meal plan. You're doing that to back the calories, the protein, the carbs, and the fat, saying, yes, you can eat whatever you want theoretically, but in this framework. Correct?
Yeah. And then showing like how to eat around their workouts and helping them that way too to get the best results.
I love it. That's awesome. So what are some of the big questions you get in the Next Level Coaching Academy around deliverables and creating an offer?
First, they usually present way too many offers and let's let's get one offer and then tier it. So get like one offer that you do and then tier it. So I kind of help them organize that a little bit more. I actually have them send it to me in my email, and I'll go over it and like send it back to like a homework
Look at
station.
you.
Yeah.
Savage. I
Yeah.
love it. Above and
So
beyond. You always over deliver. That's the most important part about deliverables.
that's right. So I'll, depending on the student that I have, I'm like, here, send me this, and we'll even have a homework assignment. So, they're coming with too many. They're doing training only. I said, no. Like, I was like, how adherent are these people? And they're doing like a 4 week, 4 to 8 week training program with no check-ins. I was like, you're not gonna. That only really works if you have some really advanced people, and we typically don't. Not in this realm, and that's okay. And you're gonna want to check in with them weekly. What if they hurt their back and you don't even know about it for like 3 weeks, right? Or what if they don't know how to do a squat? You'll be surprised. A lot of people don't understand basic movements, and if you're not talking through with them each and every week, whether it be over email or over Zoom, I mean, they're not gonna get results. They could be frustrated. They're gonna get hurt, and you're not gonna have a great client experience.
Yeah, 100%. So let's take this a different direction. I know in our program, the Health and Wealth Blueprint, we center our program around 3 pillars: mindset, accountability, and
Mm-hmm.
strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strategy encompasses nutrition and workouts and our philosophies there. We have our own accountability systems, and then obviously, the mindset piece as well. Let's go into that accountability. Accountability, what should that look like between the client and coach on a weekly basis?
Yep. So the accountability one, they're going to tell you what kind of accountability they need. So that's why I suggest at least having like, a lower accountability and then a higher accountability tier, which really helps one sell them what they really need, for the price point that makes sense for them and their accountability. So I will take you to mine, Evolves, and let you kind of delve in from there. So we do weekly Zoom calls. So weekly accountability calls, go over wins, challenges, needs, everything like that, do a little bit more teaching. That's once weekly, and it's up to them to schedule. The email account.
Oh,
Yeah, you there?
oh,
Yeah,
you're there. You're
sorry.
good. Yeah.
I got a phone call. Sorry, that got distracting. Anyways,
Yeah.
then the email accountability, they send an email and I respond in a video message because I can talk much faster than I can type, and I can articulate what I really want them to do. And it's just a good overall experience. And a lot of times that's like our most popular package, because I do price it a little bit more feasible, I guess, for some people. I do because I like to push that toward people, because not everybody needs a Zoom call accountability. People just starting out, people who have injuries need the Zoom call accountability. People who really have for nutrition are just completely lost. People who have a lot to learn, I like to do Zoom call accountability, but they do have access to us with any kind of questions via WhatsApp or text. But and we respond within 24 hours. I tell my assistant coach, don't get in the habit of responding right away. Like, have a set time where you answer all these messages, because then you don't want to have that client have that expectation that you're just going to respond every single time right away. We don't want that to happen. We don't want to be handholders. That would be doing our clients a disservice if we just gave them the answer all the time when they need it. We have to have them because the whole point of evolve is to evolve people into where they don't need us, anymore. So they're so educated. If you consistently give answers and give them what they're looking for all the time, exactly when they need it, you're doing them a disservice.
100%. I'm going to answer this question really quick. PRs and donuts. I need a donut right about now. Says, how long are your weekly check-in calls? Typically about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. I'd say 20 minutes, you can get as much as you need done. It's not about chit-chatting and becoming their friend. It's about getting to the meat of it and getting shit done. Recapping on what you said there, you said accountability is chosen by the client. And I know this in our sales process, there's a question, the needs question. And inside of the needs question, we present them our different without them knowing this. We present them our different times of accountability. You could do this daily. You could do weekly accountability. You could do weekly, but it's less involved accountability. And then asking them which is best for them, right? Making them choose. Not only does that set up for an easy sale, but it's also finding out what the client needs and not just guessing what the client needs, which is important.
I've been on the side of that where I've just like pitched the highest tier offer and they don't need that, and then they get scared and then they don't end up in the signing on. So I've made those mistakes too. And so this new framework that we've been working with for, several months is so much better.
Yeah, it's much more simple. And getting into the multiple tiers, right? So in the Health and Well Blueprint, I'll go through our tiers really quickly, and then I'll talk about when it's appropriate to do multiple tiers. So we have 3 tiers. We have our Elite package, Transformation package, and Accelerate package. The Elite package is for people that really need a lot of hand-holding, brand new. That's daily accountability, right? So they're talking to their coaches daily. We have a structure around that. They still have a weekly Zoom call, so on and so forth. Transformation program, 1 random text reach out in addition to that 1 20-minute Zoom call a week. And then the Accelerate program, they're answering a questionnaire basically that's submitted via email, and then our coaches respond via voice memo, same reasons for you, right? We started the multiple packages when I started to have help in my business, right? When you're a 1-person show, you're doing the sales, you're doing the marketing, you're doing the client delivery, and we've talked about this before. If you have multiple different packages, you're getting all these check-ins, you're like, oh, this person's doing this program, this person's doing that program, and then the sales start to dwindle, and then you're not as consistent posting, right? When you're just starting out in business, sales is extremely important, extremely important, and that needs to be the forefront of your business. So keep the delivery simple, so when the delivery does happen, you could be extremely effective in it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and so I just have 2 tiers of service. I have training and nutrition, and within those 2 are 2 tiers. And I do nutrition only because we do get strength athletes who already may have a coach or are prepping for a meet and will do their nutrition. I don't recommend that for everybody. That is only in certain cases, or people who really need weight loss, and need to walk, and that's it. So those are, that's why I have the nutrition separate. But yeah, we just have a higher tier and a middle tier, and I try not to make it too complicated. The brain the more calories your brain burns, the more frustrated you're gonna get. So the consumer, it needs to be very digestible.
100%. Here's a common question that I think people probably have. When customizing a program, what does that mean? Does that mean you're spending 5 hours a day coming up with every mesocycle and all the crazy crap? What does that look like?
Yeah, and maybe it does at first. Maybe at first, you're really looking at getting your templates down, but they are templates. They're templated programs that depending on what they need. And this has changed a lot when COVID happened, because then everybody had different equipment, and it was pretty crazy because we had to change overnight with people going to home workouts. And so again, we did over deliver on that, but we wanted to make sure everybody was supported. So I didn't care that it took almost all night. That's fine. But yeah, me, I'll just get it done.
Yep.
But no, you need to have, before you start getting a ton of clients, take that time to make some templates. Take that time to, if somebody, a general strength template, general hypertrophy template, general conditioning template, make those up. That way that every time a client comes on, you pretty much just give them the template, change up things depending on, if they have any previous injuries, or if they're, really lagging in a certain body part or whatever. Change it a little bit, but keep the overall theme the same, and continue to do that for each client that comes on.
Yeah, I think it's important to understand your ideal client when creating these templates, right? For us, since we work with real estate professionals and business professionals, time is the greatest challenge. So all of our templates are predicated on 2 things: their skill level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and also the time they have to give. 15 to 25 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, or 45 to 60 minutes. And then actually, sorry, I missed one other variable. It either could be in home if they don't have time to go to the gym, or at home. So I think understanding your ideal client becomes really important when you create these templates, because then you can kind of put your ideal client into these little boxes and categories and adjust those templates as clients come in.
Yeah. We have a lot of general strength and athletes. So we even have some tactical athletes. So those are kind of our templates that we use a lot. But also we have templates for people who have Planet Fitness gym membership, because we know that Planet Fitness has a lot of different kinds of equipment than, you know, a well-equipped
And rules.
yeah, rules and everything. So it we have Planet Fitness templates. So yeah, like again, now I've been doing this for, you know, 3-4 years online. So I've just developed these over time. I don't think this is something you got to do right now, but
Huge.
I would get like 1 or 2 templates going so that you feel not as like weeded when that time comes of those clients coming in.
You just set me up for an amazing question. How much of your program and deliverables has to be set up before you sell your first client?
Oh yeah. No, I don't even have a welcome. No, I have a welcome email. I don't have like a 20-page ebook. I don't because one, I hate saying this, but not everybody reads them and not everybody saves them. So
True.
I made it very simple. I linked videos and that sticks with people, and it does not have to be fancy at all. One time I tried to do a 20-page ebook and had some chick on Fiverr like screw it all up, and I was like, never again. Either I'm doing it myself or I'm doing something different. So everybody thinks that you have to have this like pretty little bow, like everything. The client does not care as much as you think they do. They want the result. They want the accountability. They want the strategy. Like, do not spend too much time on that. Like, just over time, start to put things together, but you should not spend your entire day like making all this stuff to get, you know, no clients, because you're not getting in and talking to people, starting conversations, booking calls. Like that does not come before that.
Yeah, you want to know what I did? I literally sold my first client before I had anything created, and we created it together. I asked him what he needed, and then I created it.
Yeah. I honestly, like, my very first client I had a Google Sheet and a Google Drive, and I knew how to train people really well. I had no idea how to train people online. I didn't have, just like Venmoed me. Like, I had no idea, but over the years and all the mentorship that, you know, I've had, and just figuring out what works, what doesn't work, has just helped a lot.
I would say if you're confident in your ability to get someone results, then it's more important and advantageous for you to sell your first client first and then create it as you go.
Yeah.
100%.
You have to get those results too and show them, and that's going to provide some, you know, credibility there, and then people are going to like that a lot. So
yeah, everything compounds. Cool. Final question for you. This might be a loaded question, honestly. What are some of the big things people have to do if they want to be a really good coach and have a really awesome offer?
Oh, wow, that is a loaded question. That's a good one. To have an awesome offer, I think this comes down to knowing your ideal client. That's huge, because you're not going to sell me on I was hiring you as a coach, and you were like, all you knew was like, okay, we're going to do 20-minute workouts at home. I'm like, that's like, I don't want to do that. You find your client, right? Figure out who your ideal
Point number one,
ideal
client.
Figure out who your ideal client is. If it's an athlete or whatever, start there. Number 2, oh, you're making me nervous when you do that. If they want to be, I'm trying to think of the offer situation. If they want to have a really good offer, you know, they have to really understand their worth, I think, too, and manage their energy. If we're consistently just being drained because we are just over delivering and underselling ourselves, that's just going to make you resent your client.
I have a good word for that.
What's that?
I have a good word for that.
Yeah.
I know where you're going. Simplicity.
Present the clients, they're not going to get results because you're not holding them accountable, because honestly, people need to pay more to be held accountable. And that's why our Zoom accountability calls, that's why it's a higher tier, because it's more accountability. And so just managing your energy, making sure that you are not spending too much time on the delivery piece, because I know that was a huge mistake that I was making, and I was just killing myself and way underselling. So
I think we can break that into 2 categories. Number 1, you know, charge what you're worth. And then number 3 would be simplicity, right? Because if you're overcomplicating this, like you said, spending hours trying to make everything pretty, trying to come up with like 10 different tiers so everybody buys something, right? You're going to run yourself dry. Start simple.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Make it, the simpler, the better.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. We crushed it, dude. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any other questions regarding coaching or deliverables, you can reach out to Kayla or myself. If you guys are interested in joining our awesome program, the Next Level Coaching Academy, link is in my bio. You can apply, and we're looking forward to it. And then PRs and donuts. I'm going to go have a donut, but she says this is super helpful.
You have to get a PR first and then have the donut.
That's true. That's true. I'll have to go to the gym and then I'll get a donut on the way back. All right, Kayla. I appreciate you, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.